I am going to do a mini series on the whole application process for the CRP in the United Kingdom pavilion of Epcot. The last one is going to be about the first stage, which is a cover letter and CV to Yummy Jobs, the third party recruitment company that Disney use for this role. Obviously, my experience could be very different to next year's. It was different to last year's. It's different all the time. So don't take my words for gospel. It's just the experience I had this year. And I'm just making this video because it might help you. It might help you feel less alone in what's quite a long niche application process. So a bit of background, I'm Madison and I'm going out to be a culture representative in February 2025. I applied January 2024 and I found out that I got the role. I got my date and I got the role in August. So it's a long process. And yeah, I just wish I had more videos to watch while I was applying and while I was waiting. So that's why I'm doing this mini series. So firstly, we'll go through the CV. Obviously, everyone's CV is going to look so different. Disney don't ask for any work experience for this role. Obviously, it would be helpful. So the two roles are merchandise or food and beverage. So if you've worked in restaurants or bars, or if you've worked in a retail shop or supermarket, that's obviously helpful, but they don't ask for it. So for my CV, I have my experience. Well, I firstly have my name, my email address, my phone number, and then the first part is experience. And this is listed from my most recent experience to my least recent experience. So it starts off with my 3 marketing roles, and then I go into my service roles. So I'm 26, so I've got quite a lot of work experience. I don't think this helped me necessarily. It's just what I have because I'm a bit older. So I worked in bars and restaurants from the age of 15 through school and through university. And then when I graduated, I worked in marketing for 3 years. So if you have had work experience like that, when you write about the things that you've gained, so for example, for my first role, my most recent role, junior marketing manager, I've then listed underneath that a few of my key responsibilities and tried to link that more to the role that I would be doing as a cultural representative. So for example, with marketing, about storytelling and branding, because that's obviously very important in the cultural representative role. And then with food, with my venues assistant role and restaurant waitress and server, that obviously very heavily links to the roles that I'd be doing. So all of the responsibilities that I've listed under those related to the job application. I then have a list of skills. So rather than just listing a load of words, I've given examples of how I've gained these skills or what I've done. So for example, I've put content marketing, but then I put : developed and deployed content marketing campaigns and marketing toolkits. And then SEO, : gained SEO skills through a HubSpot course. So obviously these don't really relate, but it's just part of my CV. And I think it's important to give examples of your skills rather than just list a load of things, because that basically means nothing to the interviewer. I then have volunteer experience. Again, it's not something that you need. It's just something that's on mine because I have it. So I was a trustee and social media advisor for a mental health charity. And then I also am a writer and sub-editor for a zine, which will come up later because I talk about it a bit in my cover letter. And then finally, I list my education. Again, you start with your most recent qualification first. So for me, it's the Prince 2 project management course. Then it's CIM level 4 professional marketing. Then it's my master's in political communication, my bachelor undergraduate degree in English literature. And then I've listed my A-levels and GCSEs. I've literally put A-levels, AA, A star, AS level, B, GCSEs, A to C, including maths and English. So I've not listed every subject because the pages would go on. But basically your CV is going to look and sound very different to mine. You just need to make sure you include your experience, your skills and your education. And it's fine if there's barely anything on there. They don't require you to have experience. You just need to write about what experiences you do have. And then next is the cover letter. So I think this is, of course, the most important part of this stage. It's where you can really sell yourself, and it's where you can really go into detail about the things that make you unique and perfect for the role. So what I would try and steer away from is don't spend the whole cover letter talking about how much you love Disney, because they are assuming everyone who applies for this role loves Disney. If you've heard of this role, you probably already love Disney, and the role isn't a representative of Disney, it's a representative of the UK. So you need to really be clear about your love and passion for your culture and your city and your country. I think that is what is most important to put across in your cover letter. That's not to say don't mention Disney. I do talk about Disney in mine, so I'll go through paragraph by paragraph what I do speak about. I'll read you my intro and conclusion, but I won't read the whole thing because it's only relevant to me. It's not relevant to you guys. It's all personal experience, but I will go through the themes and the type of stuff that I wrote about. So my intro says, I'm writing to express my interest in the cultural representative programme at the United Kingdom Pavilion in Epcot, Walt Disney World Resort. With a robust background in customer service and marketing, coupled with a profound passion for Disney's storied legacy, I am excited for the opportunity to represent the United Kingdom and share its rich culture with the guests from around the globe. My first paragraph after this is about my experience working in bars and restaurants, about my different styles of customer service. So when I was at university, it was very fast paced because it was a nightclub. It's not about me, like the storytelling and the customer relationship. It's about get me my drink as fast as possible. And then also about working in Leeds University. Is such a multicultural uni. So that's also very relevant and helpful because the Walt Disney World is going to have people from all over the world visiting, and I have served many people from all over the world already. And then a little bit about my role when I worked at a silver service restaurant at home. So that is a different type of customer service in food and beverage, where it's all about really making the people feel looked after, really taking your time with them. So that's helpful because there's the quick service, which is the Yorkshire fish and chips, and then there's the Rose and Crown, which is table service, and they are the two kind of different services, fast and like slow and storytelling. My next couple of paragraphs are about my marketing experience, and this is where I just kind of go into a bit of detail about how marketing and advertising is all about storytelling and branding, and that how that relates to being a cultural representative. I then do a short paragraph about my passion for Disney and the tangible things that I've done relating to it. So for example, the zine that I write for, I often write about Disney films and their effect on pop culture, their effect on politics, society, how a lot of the time children's films have a bigger effect on these kind of things or are affected by these kind of things and we don't necessarily realise it. And I've also done a lot of just reviews and things like that for the zine. I've written about Disney for the zine for about 3 years. And then I also obviously have this YouTube channel and my Instagram account, which I linked, just saying they're not big channels at all, but I use them to connect with other people that love Disney and to share my love for Disney. And it also just shows that I've had these accounts for a while. I've not just created them for the role. And finally, the most important paragraph, I think, is in my penultimate paragraph about the United Kingdom. So I'll read you the opening sentence. My profound connection and love for the United Kingdom have been shaped by countless adventures and experiences that span from the windswept coastlines to the vibrant heart of its cities. So I then go on to talk about my different experiences travelling around the UK, whether it's cities, countryside, coastal, and how much I've learned about myself and my country and how beautiful I find it, all of that. So if you do love your country and you love traveling it and you love where you're from or anything like that, if you can talk about your love for the United Kingdom, I think that's really important. And then for my conclusion, I wrote, I'm eager to bring my background in marketing and customer service, passion for storytelling and love for the United Kingdom to the Cultural Representative Programme. I look forward to the opportunity to contribute to the legacy of the Walt Disney World Resort, sharing the unique culture and customs of the United Kingdom with guests from around the world. Thank you for considering my application. I am excited about the possibility of joining the CRP. Warmest regards, Madison. So if you have any further questions, please leave them in the comments. Make sure that you're following Yummy Jobs because they will do an update on when the application's open. I'm assuming it'll be a week in January, but obviously I don't know. So I would maybe get your CV and cover letter written anyway, because especially your CV, you'll need that for any other job that you apply for. But get them ready so that when they do announce that it's open, you can apply straight away, because I imagine there's a chance that they even close the applications early because they do get so many. So turn on notifications for Yummy Jobs and keep an eye out because they'll announce it on their Instagram, and also check out their website. But yeah, that was my experience with applying. The next video will be about the pre-screen interviews in person. Again, it might be different next year. I think it has been different nearly every year, especially since COVID, but it will be about my experience and what you might expect. So yeah, good luck if you are applying, and thank you for watching.